welcome back to the channel, everyone. Thanks for joining me today for voting video number 324, an incredible Mandela Effect voting video series here on the Moneybag 73 channel. I feel like I've left everyone hanging. I'm sorry, it's been a long time. I got a voting video for you. I thought voting video would be in order for some people at this point in time, so here it is. I got it. So much going on. Just been so busy. I'll catch you up at the end here. Anyone who's interested in what's going on. Just got so much going on. So, Smoky Mountain. Smokey the Bear. Remember Smokey the Bear? Who's actually Smokey Bear, but I recall Smokey the Bear. Remember Smokey and the Bandit? How about Smokey Robinson? Anybody? Remember Smokey Robinson? Well, do you remember the Great Smokey with no E Mountains? Oh my gosh, that looks so bizarre. That word just looks foreign. I've never seen SMOKY in my life. Never. It's a foreign word. It's like, I don't know, it's like if you put the word MIIPPPS in front of me. It's like something, you know, I've never seen it before. Crazy. What's this? So thumb this video up if you recall Smokey, like I do. SMOKEY Mountains, the Great Smokey Mountains. If it's like it is here with Smoky Mountain Christmas for Dolly Parton, then go ahead and thumb the video down if it's always been Smoky Mountain Christmas. Sorry, I just thought of a Dolly Parton joke, but that's probably not appropriate. So I'll leave that off the table here. Smoky Mountain Christmas. Yeah, I mean, this is how I remember it here in this 1986 Honolulu, Hawaii article. A Smoky Mountain Christmas airs on KITV Channel 4 at 8 p.m. Here it is, a Smoky Mountain Christmas. Dolly Parton. That's what I recall. We got Smoky Mountain Chevrolet, 2005, North Carolina. Newspaper here, Smoky Mountain Chevrolet. Yeah, that's interesting because they're called the Smoky KY Mountains. Now this is really interesting here. What I found, this is probably kind of small. That's okay. I'll help everyone out here. So lying in both Tennessee and North Carolina, it has more annual visitors than any other national park. This is the archive for Jeopardy. This is a great resource for Mandela Effect research, everybody. I have the link under my Moneybag 73 Jeopardy video. If you want to check this out, you can Google Moneybag 73 Jeopardy or Mandela Effect, something like that. Just put in Jeopardy, and then there'll be a link to this archive of all the shows and all the questions, and you can search for words. This person replied, what is Smoky Mountain National Park? SMOKEY. The correct answer is Great Smokey KY Mountains National Park. But what I found interesting was I was just reading some of the other questions, and I came across this under Notes to Future Contestants. The only S in the name of this flying nun is in her first name. Her last name is very, very singular. Well, of course, it's Sally Field, who I've always known as Sally Fields. I found that question really bizarre. I don't know. I just came across that, so I thought that was really strange. So, of course, you have tons of people who remember the Great Smokey KEY Mountains. There's so much reality residue for this one. So, that's going to be about it. Don't leave yet. Hold on. I got one awesome piece of reality residue from another Mandela Effect. I'm going to show you here right at the end, but my life's been turned upside down because I did it to myself. I'm creating my own reality, and I've created a reality where I've sold the house and buying one in Arizona, and my wife's headed there. I'm going to stay here and work for a while in California. Things are just totally crazy. That's why I haven't been able to work on the channel much. So I'm tired of making my decisions based on fear. You know, I stayed somewhere working I didn't really like for 15 years based on fear, really. I mean, I was comfortable, the bills were paid, but I didn't enjoy it. And it was kind of the fear of the unknown. And so I always wanted to live somewhere other than California, but, making my decisions based on fear has always kind of kept me here. I'm just tired of it. I'm tired of making decisions based on fear. And I just turned everything upside down, and things are just going to work out incredibly well. Things are going to fall into place, and I'm not seeing them happening any other way. So that's what's happening. Got big changes in my personal life. Can't wait to settle down. Hopefully here, after I get everything over there and I come back and, I'll have some time, and I'm constantly thinking about things. Let me show you this. I'm sure some of you are dropping off by now. Let me show you this right here. So here's year 2000 Oscars, what the stars are thinking about. So Billy here is going to tell you what's on the stars' minds.
A lot of people want to know what the stars are thinking about during this show. And I've done the show a number of times, and I can tell you, looking into every one of these faces, I know what they're thinking. I have sort of a sixth sense about what they're thinking. So I can look right in people's eyes. If you look at the screen, I'll tell you exactly what's going through their heads. Oh, I can't believe there's no party at Planet Hollywood.
So Billy's using his sixth sense.
Oh, I hope the baby doesn't look like David Crosby.
All right, here you go.
I see white people.
Wow, wonder where he got that from. I see white people. It's amazing that on the cover of that movie it says, I see dead people on the t-shirt, and that's what's in the original movie. That Scary Movie is a parody. It's just so bizarre that I See White People isn't in that movie anymore. But here in year 2000, already misremembering. Come on, Billy. Misremembering? Why would you say I see white people? That's hella racist. Look, but everyone's laughing because it was just in a movie that came out in that year. Awesome reality residue right there. All right, everyone. I'm out of here. Got lots to do. One last thing I'll throw out there. Talking about Easter. We got Easter tomorrow. And someone mentioned about maybe thinking that Easter being on the 21st of April seems kind of late and that it might be a Mandela effect. Well, I disagree with that. Easter is always the first Sunday after the first full moon after the spring equinox. So the holiest day for Catholics is based on astrology and the moon. Really? Can you believe that? Because it changes every year. Now, you would think that Jesus rose from the dead on the same day every year, like Christmas is every year. Actually, Christmas is based on the winter solstice, because the sun is reborn on the 25th every year, and then rises 1 degree until it gets to June 21st, which is its highest point of the year, when it's the Lion King. But anyway, I'm not going to get into all that. Not everyone cares about all that. I'm just saying that Easter changes, and that's why sometimes it's in the beginning of April, sometimes the end of March. Changes all over the place. And I never really noticed that growing up. But, you got to think about these things. Why is Easter always on a different day? Well, I told you why. That's because it's always the first Sunday after the first full moon after the spring equinox, which is March 21st. And that's how Easter's determined, which is just mind-blowing. If it's the day that Christ rose from the dead, how can they determine that day the way they determine it? Come on, think about it. I never thought about these things when I was younger. You got to think about these types of things nowadays. Has to do with waking up. So that's it. I'm out of here, everyone. Go create the reality that you want. I'll be making more videos as time permits. Hopefully I'll be making a lot more soon, but let me get through this period of time, and then we'll be having some more videos coming. So that's it. Take care, everybody, and create the reality that you want.